Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I did this video, I want to say a year ago now, but I am pregnant again. If you haven't seen my recent announcement and live pregnancy test, I will leave them down in the description below if you want to check them out and haven't seen them yet. But this video is about explaining the signs and symptoms that I had before I got my positive pregnancy test. Now, if you've seen my pregnancy test video, you saw how many times I tested because I just knew with all of these signs that I'm about to tell you. So I wrote them all down on my phone because, like I said, I just knew with all these signs coming, and I just had a feeling, and I wanted to track it so I can document this journey. So I wrote everything down so I can share it with you. For any girls that are trying to conceive right now, I know these videos are so important, and I've watched every single video out there on YouTube possible because you just get addicted to watching them, and any sign is just like, oh my gosh, I need, like, I just know, and you know, you just want to refer back to other people. And I know these videos are super great to watch. So first symptom that I had was binge eating. Now, binge eating happens right before I get my period anyway, so it wasn't like a crazy sign to me. But you know how you just like emotional eat? I emotionally eat. So I don't know about you, but I was just eating a lot because I thought, you know, okay, this is normal, whatever. You get that when, or I do that before my period comes anyway, and everything's fine. But I'm like, you know what? Let me write it down because I track everything anyway. So that was the first thing. The second thing was, yep, I'm definitely pregnant, because with my last pregnancy, this is what happened with me. I love spicy food, but I don't have an extreme craving for it. And I don't have to, like, if I want something, I don't have to go out to the store and get it, you know, right at that moment. But I was craving spicy food again. And it was so bad to where I was actually dreaming about the spicy food, so I actually had to, I know I said actually a lot, that's really annoying, I'm sorry. I had to go to the store and get like hot Cheetos and, you know, all of that spicy stuff that's bad for you. Next, I had cramps in my left side, like my left ovary, so that was weird, and I was like, maybe it's cramping because I'm about to get my period, but it doesn't feel like that, because the weird thing for me is I don't get cramps during my period. I mean, that's a great thing, I'm glad I don't, but I hear a lot of women complain that periods can be painful. I just binge eat. I get sometimes emotional and that, but I've never had cramps, thank God. I hope it stays that way. But I had cramps in my left side, and I was like, that's really weird. Maybe I'm just going to start getting cramps as the older I get, I don't know. So that was definitely a sign. I was very emotional, that was another sign I wrote down. Like I said, you can get emotional before your period, but I was like really emotional. I don't know, I would cry over the stupidest things. I would cry over like the dumbest things, like I only got 10 hours of sleep, or like, I don't know, like I would just cry over dumb stuff. I can't even, I should have wrote down the things that I cried over, because thinking back at it now, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm crazy. So another crazy thing that happened to me was, and it's probably not crazy to some people, but this is abnormal for me, is vivid dreams. I don't dream much. It's very rare that I actually remember my dreams. So when I have vivid dreams and remember them, it was just like a sign to me. So next was the famous one where you are extremely tired and you feel like you can't get enough sleep. Thank God my daughter is on a great sleep schedule to where she sleeps 13 hours throughout the night, and that means I could sleep 13 hours. So that's what I was doing. I could not function, and now that I'm getting, like, the first trimester is the worst with being tired, but now it's just getting even worse. It was like very strange. Like it feels like your eyes are just burning, like you haven't gotten sleep in 3 days, but really you've gotten a lot of sleep and your body's just run down because obviously it's creating a human being, so that takes a lot of freaking energy out of you, so don't kick yourself in the butt over it. So from me being so tired, I just had no energy and no motivation to clean my house. I was so picky with cleaning my house. I would do like daily chores of just like making sure, I would start with one room and then end with one room. That like, I just had a routine and I stuck to it every single day for the past year, and like since Mackenzie was born, and that went out the window during these 2 weeks. It's kind of like really hard for me, but yeah, I was just unmotivated to do anything, and I was just extremely tired, so, but that's to be expected. Another thing, I was very, very sore and like crampy in my like pelvic area. It just really was like, it kind of hurt to touch at times. I don't know if that's normal, but it did go away after a few days, but it was very sore. Like I actually did like an intense workout, and I don't work out, so that was very strange for me, and I was like, okay, this is like something really weird. Like I said, I don't cramp during my periods or get signs like cramping before my period, so it was just very strange for me. I don't know if that was like implantation, but why would that hurt? Usually you just spot, so that was strange. I did get a lot of Charlie horses, which I thought was so strange because I didn't get that till the end of my pregnancy, which is like obvious. Like I feel like that's more obvious because of all the weight, you know, just straining your body and getting like a pinched nerve or something causing Charlie horses. I don't know. I just got them a lot towards the end of my pregnancy, so I don't know if it has to do with like the blood flow. I also had diarrhea, if you're interested in that part of it. It was kind of like constipation and then diarrhea. I'm only putting this in because I feel it's very important, and if you have these signs, they're normal. And you know what, to be honest, you look for these types of signs. It's not, it is gross, but it happens. Or you're gonna give birth in 9 months. If you think that's gross, then you're in for it. Oh, last thing was I started getting white cervical fluid. It was very thin and it was white. So I think usually before you get your period, it's supposed to be very clear. So when it's white, that is your first actual, like, this is it. This is a sign I'm pregnant. So if you go and check out my live pregnancy test, you will see exactly why I took so many tests. And that's because of all of these signs that I had, and just being previously pregnant. I knew exactly what I was in for. I track my period and signs and everything on this app called Avia. You could see the ring light. So it is super cool. It has always been spot on with my period. And let me tell you, it was spot on with Mackenzie when I got pregnant with her. And it was spot on with this baby. So I knew how many days past ovulation I was and all of that. So that's why I started testing when I did, because I was close enough to my period, but I got a lot of negatives beforehand. So that's why I was like starting to get very confused, because I had all of these signs and I still was getting negative tests. So don't give up on your test taking. It's possible to get it late after your period is due, so don't give up, girl. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of how I knew I was pregnant before my positive pregnancy test. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!